Welcome to Appalachian Weekly News, your go-to source for all the latest updates in the high country of North Carolina. I'm Matthew Sharp.
And I'm Kara Daniel. We've got a ton of sports, lifestyle, and news to catch y'all up to speed with. You may have seen it driving through the high country, large branches on the side of the road, trash, and more. The damage Hurricane Helene brought is still found in many areas of western North Carolina. One program to help resolve this in Watauga County is ending soon. Watauga County's North Carolina Department of Transportation is ending its right-of-way debris removal program March 2nd. This program allows people to place storm-related debris on the side of state-mandated roads. The ending of this program is to prepare for waterway and private property debris removal programs. Anyone who places debris on the side of the road past March 2nd is subject to state and local ordinances.
It's been more than 5 months since western North Carolina was hit by Hurricane Helene, and while plenty of progress has been made, there is still work to be done. FEMA is crucial to recovery efforts, but what would it mean for the high country if this agency were to be reformed or go away? Ella Snap reports.
FEMA's turned out to be a disaster.
Donald Trump has been president for about 1 month now, and he has announced a great deal of plans for the country. But how exactly do these things impact the high country? What may sound most familiar is reevaluating the Federal Emergency Management Agency, what we know as FEMA.
I'll also be signing an executive order to begin the process of fundamentally reforming and overhauling FEMA, or maybe getting rid of FEMA.
President Trump wants to leave it up to the states to handle their own disasters instead of through federal agency. That way it can be handled quicker. According to federal laws, he cannot terminate FEMA alone, which means it will need to be approved by Congress first. If that is approved, what this means for Appalachia is in the continuing recovery after Hurricane Helene, Governor Josh Stein would take the lead in handling funding and state recovery.
The president came to North Carolina. It was his first.
Both President Trump and Governor Stein have assured that they will be continuing to work together to guarantee more relief for western North Carolina.
The hurricane will have lasting effects on western North Carolina, and if you're a homeowner in Watauga County, you might want to know more about the upcoming increase in homeowners insurance this coming year. Starting June 1st, rates will be going up 2 consecutive years. AWN reporter Brian Alonzo gives us a scoop, including residents' opinions on it.
It's going to be a financial strain for a lot of folks in the community. I understand, I think, based on probably impacts from the hurricane, right, of having to rebuild the area, it costs more to insure homes. But it is unfortunate that those costs are so compounded, right? 4.5% this year, in addition to some, 4% next year as well. That's a significant increase.
I guess I can see how the increases could be justified just because of raising cost of building and other things. But I'd really have to kind of look into it to see, it's hard to say. I could see where they would be justified.
As you can see, some people are unhappy, others are more understanding. While trying to get interviews for this story, many people decline to talk about it. Perhaps that's another reason as to why people are upset about the situation. To get more insight, I talked to Ryan Witt, a local resident and App State professor, to get his opinion and personal experience with homeowners insurance.
I'm not surprised, because I've never seen my insurance rates go down for anything in my whole life. So why I wouldn't expect that. So like everything else, everything's getting more expensive to cover. And now with natural disasters and with Helene, and knowing that we're not in a climate haven, we're not protected like a lot of us thought we were. So North Carolina we have East Coast, and now we have all kinds of disasters. We have hurricanes, we got floods, and so am I shocked? No, absolutely not. I'm at least relieved that it's not astronomically higher like some states like Florida, California. Some people can't even afford their insurance because it's so high. They called to check on me a few months ago, and they informed me that my rates were going up. I have neighbors that they've told me that they'll fly drones over their house without their permission, spot things on your roof and say, we're going to drop you if you don't replace your roof. So they're using really sort of shady tactics to find reasons to either drop you or to raise your rate.
Despite the increases, Watauga County actually received some of the lowest throughout North Carolina. In other areas, it increased more than 20%. NC insurance companies wanted to increase it by more than 99%, but the NC Insurance Department did not allow it. They made it so that it would increase by a maximum of 33% in any area. According to the Watauga Democrat, homeowners insurance will increase by an average of 15% over the next 2 years in North Carolina.
We all know housing can be a pain in the high country. Luckily for App State faculty and staff, they will soon have an alternative to Boone Housing. Progress is being made on construction for the new Innovation District at App State. Portions of the project are slated for completion this year. Located atop Bodenheimer Drive, where the old Broyhill Inn and Conference Center used to be, the new district aims to provide housing for faculty and staff, a zero-carbon energy system, and a new academic building. Current construction includes the development of 156 housing units set to be in 5 multi-story buildings. These buildings will consist of 1, 2, and 3 bedroom units. Occupancy for faculty and staff is planned later this year. This new housing will help employees during times of housing scarcity. Underground utilities such as water and sewer have already been installed.
A beloved entertainment venue in Boone known as Legends is set to be demolished because of prolonged damage. The venue has seen notable figures such as Jimmy Fallon, the Dave Matthews Band, and Doja Cat. Legends has been shut down since the fall of 2023 when structural issues were discovered in the building. However, damages caused by Hurricane Helene have made the area even more dangerous. Sinkholes were formed under the building, along with flooding. Although the sinkhole has been filled in, the UNC Board of Governors condemned the building and voted to have it demolished. There is still no set date for when the demolition process will start.
If you're tired of just politics, we've got something inspiring for you, and it's happening right here in Boone.
Spreading kindness, one act at a time. That's what happened recently at a local elementary school in Watauga County, and it was delivered to all by students, faculty, and staff.
What once were rows of crops are now hallways for growing our future. The old ways that served generations before are now the perfected paths of tomorrow. These mountains have always called to the pathfinder, the trailblazer, the innovator. The faces and structures may change, but one thing remains constant: access to higher education, here and always at App State.
Life is a journey. We're told that there are mountains and valleys before us. A mountaineer trudges through. Where others see an obstacle, a mountaineer sees an opportunity. A mountaineer climbs tomorrow's mountains today. So what is a mountaineer? A mountaineer is you.
Hello and welcome to this edition of the Appalachian Weekly News. I'm Jenna Dunning.
And I'm Hunter Boston. We have you covered on all things Ashe, Avery, and Watauga County.
Welcome back to Black at App State TV. I'm your host, Rhea Autry, and we are so happy to have you here with us today.
Bienvenidos a otro episodio Buenos Días Boone. Yo soy Natalia Guiar.
Y yo soy Denise Casales.
Hello and welcome back to another brand new episode of Can't Think Straight.
Hello and welcome to this episode of Connected Cultures.
This is Adam Church, live with the Adam Church Band, RFG, baby.
Hello, and welcome to Religion and Life. I'm your host, Ozzy Ostwald.
Welcome back to a brand new episode of The A-Game.
It's a good moment, you know?
Hi, Pixels.
Oh my God, no.
That doesn't sound good at all.
Welcome back, my fellow insomniacs.
During a time where there is so much negativity in the world, one local elementary school has found a way to spread some kindness. Hardin Park Elementary School and Boone bonded together to accomplish this in a unique program with students, faculty, and staff. Ella Snap reports.
This is Miss Osborne, your school social worker, here to announce the winners of our Great Kindness Challenge for Empathy Wednesday.
In a world that can seem so harsh, sometimes kindness is hard to find. But here at Hardin Park Elementary, kindness echoes through the halls.
Every year since 2015, we've participated in the Great Kindness Challenge. The counselors and the school social worker come together and try to find cool, creative, unique ideas that we can do for the kids to participate in spreading kindness.
Kindness for me means offering help
Even if someone doesn't ask, it means being considerate and showing compassion and just letting people know that we're all in this together.
Everybody gets another chance to show what kindness means to them and how they can show it to the world. Compliment people and have your manners and what we do every day here.
Just be kind, helping people and stuff like that.
How do you like helping people?
Tying people's shoes and stuff like that.
I just try to act normal and show people not I'm actually trying to be kind, but just be kind every day basically.
It's important to show kids and adults that they should be kind to themselves and to each other. We teach them to be kind every day and not just during the kindness challenge, but it's a way for them to practice and be highlighted for spreading kindness throughout the school.
Boone is booming with a lot of new lately, and with graduation season right around the corner, the Boone area will be packed with out-of-town residents. Luckily, there's a new option for lodging just minutes away from all the excitement. The Home to Suites by Hilton recently opened in Boone on Highway 421, just up the road from the Jones house. It's packed with spacious suites, including 2-bed queen rooms and 1-bed king rooms. Each room is stocked with a full kitchen and large bathroom. Home 2 Suites also offers a complimentary breakfast and full-size gym with free weights and cardio machines.
Also new in Boone, cookie lovers in the area have something that's as sweet as ever. Appalachian Cookie Company has just opened its newest location, bringing its signature freshly baked cookies to even more customers. Emma Tuss fills us in.
The locally loved cookie shop, made famous by its gooey, made-to-order cookies, officially opened its doors at the top of King Street. Known for its creative flavors and made-from-scratch recipes, have added a new addition to its menu: coffee.
Come in, hang out, have a seat. You can enjoy coffee, which we also did have in our own locations. And all of it is organic. It's great.
Stop by App Cookie Co. for a delicious cookie and a coffee.
And last but not least, and out of line, new places as part of the High Country business on AWN, and Ollie's Bargain Outlet is coming to town. Although there is currently no opening date set, the Ollie's Bargain Outlet will be taking the space of what formerly was Big Lots located near Lowe's Food in Boone. The Big Lots closed as a result of the company filing for bankruptcy. This is not the first former Big Lots location that Ollie's is replacing. The company has acquired multiple Big Lot retail space leases around the country as a result of a winning bid in a bankruptcy auction. If you love the snow, have a weekend to spare, or just want to get out of the house, we have just the spots for you. Spotted around the High Country are 3 beautiful ski mountains that offer breathtaking views, fresh powder, and trails for every level.
Whether it's your first time skiing, just like Ella here, or your 25th, there's a mountain on the High Country perfect for any adventure. When we come back, we'll take you on a tour of all of them, and you can decide which one comes out on top.
To a place where you can grow.
A place to be heard.
And take a closer look.
A place where you can crush it.
And push yourself.
A place to find your voice.
This place rocks. And rolls.
A place where you can get out.
Wow!
A place you'll never forget.
So where is this place? Let me show you.
So have you ever heard of swamp rock? Well, it's coming to Boone and plenty of more music genres as Boonerang returns to downtown. The annual Free Music and Arts Festival will be June 19th to the 22nd. The best part, they just announced this year's lineup. This year's lineup features Boone breakout country star Adam Church, as well as Tribal Gold, New Orleans Suspect, that swamp rock music I was talking about, Electro Dust, Jocelyn, and the Sweet Compression, and many more artists with ties to the area. The schedule for when each artist performs has not been released yet. There are activities for all of the family, including great music, local food, beer, and community fun.
The mountains are calling your name, and if you like the snow, the high country of North Carolina has got you covered this winter. Hitting the slopes is what makes this area special. But do you know about the ski mountains of Western North Carolina? We sent our team of reporters to find out what makes each one unique.
I've been coming here for a couple years, ever since I started working at App in 2017, and so it's so close to campus, and it's just a great environment and a great ski resort to come skiing at.
I think it's very welcoming, it's fun, there's so many people and everyone is just like so social.
Very family friendly. Our tagline is your family's first resort for fun. Very well kept, clean, very bright and welcoming and friendly to to people of all ages and abilities. So we are known as the place to learn to ski and snowboard. I think that's a huge draw for a lot of people. If you've never done this sport before, skiing or snowboarding, you can come and we can make a ski or snowboard out of you.
It's fun, it's family friendly, it's great for people that are just starting to learn how to ski or snowboard, and then it's also great for people that have been skiing for a number of years like me.
So we do have designated beginner areas, and like I said, our French Swiss Ski College is experts in sort of teaching that. But then as you progress, we do have a variety of slopes of all ability levels. And in addition to that, we have 4 terrain parks and areas of freestyle terrain.
It's very chill. Everyone's super nice and friendly. I had them start me out on the bunny hills, and everyone, like when I first got up there, was like cheering me on, even people that I didn't know. So I was like, okay, because I really thought I was going to be embarrassed.
The attention to detail that you'll see here, both on the snow and in the lodge, it's apparent that the owners really care about investing and making things as good as they can for the guests.
Ski is perfect for everyone, whether you've been skiing for years or it's your first time like me. But if you're ready to take it up a notch, let's go over to Beach Mountain and see how David's doing.
Here almost every other weekend, coming down from Augusta, Georgia. It's good for beginners as well as advanced snowboarders or skiers. Night skiing, it's a lot less busy, so you get a lot more runs in. There's no lines for the ski lifts. We have someone here right now that's learning, and I'm teaching them how to snowboard. So for them to be able to get more runs in instead of having to look for people down the slopes and trying to get out of the way and stuff like that, it's a lot more free to be able to go at night. Snowboarding for me is a get out of the house, put everything aside. No work, no house chores, no side projects. It is just go out there, have fun, listen to music, and just have a blast just flying down the mountain.
After a long night of skiing and snowboarding, the fun doesn't have to stop there. There are many places around Beach Mountain that you can keep the party going after the slopes close down.
We're from Florida. We are from the Space Coast. We come out to the beach about once a year. We're here on a 3-day weekend, but we just came out for Ladies' Night, so it's been pretty good. We caught a few greens trying to get our feel for the rest of the weekend. The environment inside is pretty lit. There's a bunch of people inside dancing around. The music's good. There's a little saxophone going off, so there's a nice cool vibe inside. I love beach. I love the entire town of Boone. It has a very homey feeling, but beach within itself is it's so fun. It's beginner friendly. It has very nice slopes. Everybody's always super nice and accommodating, so we love beach.
It's been a beautiful night here at Beach Mountain. The blowing snow under the lights, it doesn't get much better if you're a skier or a snowboarder. However, it's getting pretty late. So I think we'll see what Jacob has at Sugar Mountain in the morning.
This is my 3rd time here, and I've tried Appalachian and Beach, and I kind of like it more here because it's much lesser people. For me, this is my first season. I'm from the Philippines, and we don't get much snow there. I do surfing, but I think it's kind of similar, so I just might give it a try. I've been to Las Vegas and It's kind of different. I kind of like the slopes much better. It's like for the elevation.
I'm from Florida and we're vacationing up here. We go up here once a year and we go snowboarding and skiing. This is my third time snowboarding. Definitely trying to learn more about snowboarding and get better. I enjoy the snow and the weather because I'm very fond of the cold and I like being up here.
When you think Sugar Mountain, you think skiing, but there's so much more that this resort has to offer.
So we offer a bunch of different things, basically tubing, ice skating, skiing, snowboarding, even snowshoe guided tours. It's not just skiing and snowboarding like everyone else thinks. There's definitely a lot more options you can do.
While the snow tubing was in full effect for all ages, ice skating was closed due to the warm weather. But that didn't stop families who came to Sugar Mountain from having fun.
Let's say some of the little ones don't want to go skiing, they're scared of that. They can go ice skating, they can go tubing. It's definitely just a lot more family friendly. You can come with a group of 15 people and everyone can be involved. It's definitely something that's just not like 1 or 4 people. That just makes it a little more special.
It's been a gorgeous day here at Sugar Mountain. And even though I didn't get to hit the slopes like Ella and fall like Ella, it's been a great day here at Sugar. But now, I think let's head back to Boone.
Well, it sounds like we all had an amazing time. So if you have any time in the next month or so, you should definitely get out there and try to ski, even if it's your first time.
And remember, if you had class, like Jacob over here, you can always go at night, as all 3 mountains can be ridden under the lights.
And there's so much more than just skiing that they offer. There's snowboarding, tubing, even ice skating.
Grab some friends and go have a great time.
Looking for some fun stuff to do? Well, we've got you covered. On Saturdays from 10 to 1, the King Street Farmers Market is open for business. So if you're looking for some fresh, homegrown food, they've got you covered. Alexa Rose will be performing at the Jones House on Wednesday. Alexa Rose is a native to the Appalachian Mountains, and her music consists of old country vibes and the traditional folk with a hint of mountain soul. To watch her perform, you need to make reservations ahead of time.
The 4th annual Boondocks Film Festival is right around the corner. You will get to see all sorts of short films people have recorded here in the Appalachian region. The festival kicks off on Friday, February 21st at 7 p.m., with the main event being Saturday, February 22nd at 2 p.m. And last but not least, Flannel Fest is coming back to Boone on Saturday, March 1st. With how cold it's been in the high country, anything with a flannel would be good. To me, skiing sounds like a lot of fun, but we have plenty of other sports to get you caught up on as well.
We'll hit the court and the diamond as both basketball and baseball are heating up at the same time in Boone. And that's all coming up next on AWN.
What once were rows of crops are now hallways for growing our future. The old ways that served generations before are now the perfected paths of tomorrow. These mountains have always called to the pathfinder, the trailblazer, the innovator. The faces and structures may change, but one thing remains constant: access to higher education, here and always at App State.
It's almost tournament time for college basketball. App State basketball is headed into the final stretch of the season. Both men's and women's teams are in title contention for the Sun Belt Conference. J.D. Rogers reports.
You know, that's probably the biggest part of our success is just the belief in each other. And I love the way we are as a team because we can always get better by talking to each other. We're not scared to, hold each other accountable. And, that just helps us on the court.
People come together in times of stress and 6 a.m. workouts, the trials we've had, and then just being around each other outside basketball is something that we just blended together, and everyone on the floor, everyone on the team is just like a giant link. You can't pull us all apart because we're all together.
After bringing in 13 new faces this offseason, the team has found a way to develop ties with each other, and their head coach, Dustin Kearns, has noticed this frame of mind.
I really think we've got great people, and you win with character. And so we've got, when you've got character, then you're coachable. When you've got character, then you care about your teammates. When you got character, you truly understand you're playing a team sport and you care about winning. When you've got character, like it means something to you, so you work hard. You know, this is our 6th season. We're first in the league in Sun Belt wins in those 6 years. I think we've got 63, and South Alabama and Troy is right there at like 57. So we've had a successful program here, and I think they have pride in continuing that on.
App State men's basketball has forged a brotherhood that is fueling their success. But they aren't the only team on campus that is turning family ties into excellence on the court. The women's basketball team has faced similar feats of adversity, but they have prevailed to become one of the premier teams in the Sun Belt.
It's just about staying consistent and relying on each other and relying on the work that we've laid down and the foundation that we have. I mean, the Sun Belt is an amazing league. I think anybody can beat anybody on a given night. So I just feel like right now we're just really bonding together and really pushing through.
I want to play all of them. I want to play them all the time because of their work ethic and their character and just who they are. They represent the program the right way.
After being projected 11th in the Sun Belt in the preseason polls, Allure Sharp, in her first year as head coach, is leading the Mountaineers to a stellar season.
She really has pushed us to our limits, quite literally. She expected stuff that we didn't know we had in ourselves, and it was just really nice that she's a part of this team.
I think a lot of what we're doing right now comes down to our schemes and how we're playing teams. And I think for a coach, that's never been in the Sun Belt before, I don't think you can tell.
They complimented me about being smart, but this is probably one of the most high basketball IQ teams I've coached.
Go see that! Go see that! Go see that!
There are plenty of exciting sporting events coming up to the mountains. Let's take a look at just some of these upcoming events. By the way, good luck to the Watauga Pioneers High School basketball team as they battle in the Northwest Conference tournament this week. On the App State side, the baseball team will be back in action this weekend, down the mountain this week, taking on UMass Lowell for their second 3-game series in Hickory.
App State men's and women's basketball has 2 games apiece this week, with its regular season home finales on Saturday with the men's taking on Marshall and the ladies against JMU. Finally, an exciting SoCon wrestling rivalry match will be held February 23rd when App State takes on Campbell. Even though the weather might be cold, the baseball season is just heating up. Jordan Luker gives us a report on the points that were emphasized in the lead up to the season.
You're going to lose good players, you're going to attract good players, but you want everybody to fit into the mission of what it is that we do, and I think we got a locker room full of guys that are doing that right now.
While points were made about hitting, pitching, and fielding, one of the biggest themes brought up by all the players was brotherhood and family.
We're all brothers and we love each other. I mean, we travel together, everybody's always at the houses together and just love spending time with each other at the ball field and just anywhere we are.
New guys aren't new guys. I think we're all just teammates at this point, and we've had a ton of those so-called new guys come in and end up being some of our bigger hearts and brains on the team that guys can look up to and are looking forward to playing behind or with.
We show up every day and we want to work. You don't show up every day just because we have to, and once you work at it for so long, and you don't want to give it up.
We don't sit around and talk about, hey, this is what we're going to go accomplish. We're a little bit more in the moment than that. We're like, hey, we got practice at 2:30 today. Let's go give our best. I think we have a group of guys that are going to do that.
I think it just starts with our culture of family and just love for one another. I think that from the very beginning of the year, we've been a really close group of guys, and I just see it as we love one another and we're family, and we all have the same goal in mind. That's just to go compete every day.
The tightly knit Mountaineer baseball team's first test will be in Hickory, where they will play 2 series as they are hungry to improve upon the success of last season.
Well, that is all we have for today on this week's edition of App Weekly News. We sure covered a lot.
Yes, a lot of exciting things going on. Make sure to check out that new App Cookie Co. location.
I haven't really been to an App Cookie Co. before, I'll admit, but I might just have to check it out now. Who doesn't love cookies, am I right? I've been your host, Matthew Sharp.
And I'm Kara Daniel.
As always, thanks for tuning in, and we will see you next week for more on the latest in the High Country.